Or maybe you just get tucked up in bed and get completely starkers. Hi weirdos, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shaz and I like to make videos about faith and marriage and just like all the good stuff that I love. And one thing I love is love and going on dates. As you can probably tell, I am not a fancy person. It's not like on a Friday night I'm stood in a ball gown waiting for my husband to take me out for like a 5-star, 5-course meal and then out to the opera afterwards. But I do firmly believe that when you're in a romantic relationship, you should be making time for romance. So for any of you guys who are like watching and you're just sat there like, yes, that is me. I want dates. I want quality time with my significant other. I am ready for romance and I'm in it for the long haul. I got you. Your girl has got you. And so what I wanted to do this week was share with you some of my date night challenges. Now these are not just like one-off date night ideas. I could list off 1,000 date night ideas, but these are repeated, regular, romantic opportunities so that you and your husband or wife can get back into the swing of dating on the reg. So let's begin. My first date night challenge is to do alphabet dating. Super simple. You take turns working your way through the alphabet. For example, if I would start, I would take the letter A and plan a date around the letter A or beginning with the letter A, or take us to a restaurant or activity with the letter A. And then it would be Dan's turn and he would do the letter B, and so on and so forth. Now I can vouch that this one is actually a winner because my husband Dan and I have been working our way through the alphabet. So far we've had a bunch of really fun dates that we would never have planned otherwise. Letter A was abracadabra and I took him to a magic show. Letter B was boogie. He just took me to a park, put on some music and we danced together. Letter C, this one involved taking off our clothes and putting up a projector. I called it the Clothesless Cinema Club. Letter D was a date where Dan took me out to draw and try out beds at the shop Dreams. And then we made dessert, which was awesome. For letter E, I took us to the Netherlands on an EasyJet plane. The letter F was the fort. Dan took me to a fort, but it turned out the fort wasn't there anymore and it was just like a hill where a fort used to be. But it was still really nice and we just had a nice walk and like found little places to kiss and stuff. For G, we went on a ghost walk, which was so much fun. And for H, he took me to a swanky hotel. For the letter I made Italian food and tried to make an igloo out of pillows. It didn't work that well. And now we're on the letter J and it's Dan's turn. So Dan, if you're watching this. My second date night challenge is a subscription box. Now, there are loads of really cutesy, fun couple subscription boxes you can get. Maybe you kind of feel like you've got so much going on that even coming up with a date night idea is just like enough to push you over the edge. Well, this is probably the answer for you. You pay X amount each month and some cute little company will send you a box with enough stuff and activities and maybe a game and a recipe that you can create a date around that theme. I'll list some date night subscription boxes below. I think they're a really good idea for like busy couples or couples with kids and couples who just aren't that creative. My third date night challenge is that you make your own. Write down every date night idea you could possibly fathom. Whether it's raining, whether it's an activity, whether it's outdoors, whether it's an indoor, whether it's going to a particular restaurant or doing some sort of thing like ice skating, write it all down. And then what I want you to do with all your date night ideas is pop them in a hat, shuffle them up, and then together as a couple commit to a particular night each week that you're going to go on a date. And then take the ideas out of the hat one by one and assign them to a particular week in the calendar year. This step is so important. You have to assign each activity a particular week. Otherwise, you get to a date night, you pull out an activity and you're like, oh, I was supposed to book for us to go to the opera and I haven't booked us tickets, so now we can't go. Let's just stay in and watch Bake Off. I don't know what people do when they stay in. A lot of people seem to watch Bake Off though. So make sure you write them all down and then you assign them to a particular date night each week or each month if you haven't got that much money, and then you can actually plan to do those things and do them successfully. It also helps to know when dates are coming up, because I feel like sometimes we just burn ourselves out and we don't have enough energy, and if you know that a special date night is coming up this week, you might like give yourself a little bit of a break and try and store up some of your energy for the end of that week so you have it for the date night. And my fourth date night challenge is that you commit as a couple to read a book together. Now this one sounds like a little bit of a dud, I'll be honest. But if you commit to reading one chapter every week, you've got an objective. Where, when, and how you do it is the fun part. Maybe you commit to try and read somewhere different each week. You pick a different cafe or restaurant, or maybe you just get tucked up in bed and get completely starkers. That could spice up the book reading sesh. At least a couple of chapters in, but definitely by the end of the book, you guys are going to be hooked on snuggling up together and learning together. Besides that, it really helps to give you guys something new to talk about, other than like what you just watched on Netflix, what's happening on Bake Off, and how the kids are doing at school, or how work is going. Reading a book together can really help you guys engage in different topics and consider different parts of your relationship that you've never talked about. And my fifth and final date night challenge for you guys is a travelling fund. So, what's your favourite date night dish? Add it up mentally. What would it cost you to eat at your favourite restaurant, or maybe your local takeaway? And each week, instead of going out, put that money away in cash, somewhere safe, make a cheap meal together, switch off your phones, and have a night in where you spend time together. I'll admit, this one sounds boring, but for example, if you have saved 30 quid each week for maybe 3 months, that means you've had 12 intimate dinners together, 12 dates of quality time without your phone, playing a game, watching a movie, snuggling up and reading. And you've now got £360 cash saved up for a weekend trip. I could do a lot with £360. And for those of you who are partial to a takeaway instead of dinner out, let's say you save up £15 a week. That's still 180 quid in 12 weeks. That's good enough for a cozy Airbnb or a really nice dinner out. And I'm pretty impressed with my maths. I did that all by myself. I didn't even need to get Dan to help me. I'm an adult now. I can do maths. That's probably the extent of my maths though. Using a calculator on my phone. Anyways, those are my top 5 date night challenge ideas for you and your significant other to get your teeth into. If you liked any of these challenges and you like this video, please do hit that thumbs up button. You'll be doing me a massive favour. And if you're actually doing any of these date night ideas, I would love to know. So please comment in the comment section below and let me know, because I just love and I love dates, and I really want to hear what you guys are getting up to with your husband or your wife, and maybe you can inspire some more creative date nights for me and my husband. I just want to hear how you guys are doing. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you'll see more videos like this from me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.